Good day everyone. This video is intended for educational use only. Our group is allowing our instructor, Mr. Holden Ardines, to use this as an educational material.
We are the group 3 and our topic is global demography and global migration.
Population and demography are vital aspects of understanding human society and their dynamics. So first, population refers to total numbers of individuals within a specific area or region, while the demography is a study of human population, including their size, structure, distribution, and change over time. And population and the demography help us to grasp the human instincts or extents from birth and death rates to a migration pattern and social trends understanding. So the understanding of this is crucial for policy makers, economists, sociologists, and many others seek for address various social, economics, and environment challenges. So first, population size provides a foundation understanding of a scale of human presence within a given area. This data is essential for resource allocation, infrastructure planning, and the provision of public service such as healthcare, education, and housing. While the other change is population size can indicate shifts in social trends, economics conditions, and environmental factors, while the demography structured is composition of population, examines factors such as age, gender, and etc. And these elements profound influence society dynamics, including workforce participation, consumption patterns, healthcare needs, and political behavior. For population may strain healthcare system and pension funds, while the youth demography may drive economic growth but require substantial investment in education and employment opportunities. So additional idea of what is population and demography all about. So the distribution of these two is crucial for an urban planning, environmental conservation, and disaster preparedness. So of this concentration of this population is urban areas can lead to issues like traffic congestion, population and housing shortages, while virtual depopulation may impact agriculture, productivity, and cultural heritage.
Here to discuss about the theory of demographic transition as it affects the global population. So first I will discuss what is demographic. Demographic, it refers to a statistical data about a population such as age, gender, income, education level, and also in a geographic location. It is used to analyze and understand characteristics of different groups within a population, which can be important for various purposes like marketing, public policy, healthcare planning, and also in a social research. So, what is theory of demographic transition? It describes the historical shift of birth and death rates from high to low level in a population as it transitions from agrarian to industrialized society. This theory suggests that as a society is developed economically and socially, morality rates decline first due to better healthcare and living conditions. This transition leads to changes in population growth rates. There are also 4 stages in demographic transition. First is stage 1, the high stationary. It is in the pre-industrial level. And the other one is stage 2. It is the early expanding. It is industrializing. Stage 3, late expanding. industrialized, and stage 4 is slow stationary, that is the post-industrial. Now I will explain the effects of demographic transition in global population. So the demographic transition refers to the shift in population demographics from high birth and death rates to low birth and death rates as a society progresses, economically and socially. This transition has several effects of the global population. So I will discuss to you the two major effects of in global population. First is the population growth. Initially, during the early stages of the transition, there's a period of rapid population growth as death rates decline due to improved healthcare and sanitation while birth rates remain high. This leads to a population increase. And the other one is the stabilization. As the transition progresses, birth rates also start to decline due to factors such as increased access to education, family planning, services, and women's empowerment. This leads to population stabilization.
My topic is what is global migration in a contemporary world. Global migration in a contemporary world context refers to the movement of people across international borders for various reasons, such as economic opportunities, families, reunifications, escape from conflict or persecutions, or simple desire for a different lifestyle. It's a complex and motivated phenomenon influenced by factors like globalization, economic disparities between countries, demographic trends, and political developments. Global migration has significant social, economic, and political implications both for the countries or origin and destination as well as for the migration themselves. Example of global migration. First is economic migration. People moving from less developed countries to more developed ones in search of better job opportunities and higher wage. Second is refugee migration. Individuals fleeing conflict, violence, or persecution in their home countries and seeking asylum in other countries. Third is family reunification. People moving to join family members who are already living other country. Fourth is climate change migration. Displacement of people due to environmental factors such as rising sea levels, natural disasters, or droughts. Fifth is urbanization migration. Rural to urban migration as people move from rural areas to cities in search of employment, education, and better living standards.
Labor migration refers to the movement of people from one place to another, often across borders or within a country, in search of employment or better living conditions. This type of migration is driven by economic factors and can occur various scales, from local to international levels. Labor migration plays significant role in shaping global economies and societies. The types of labor migration. International migration, when individuals move from one country to another for work. This could be temporary or permanent migration. Internal migration, movement within a country, often from rural to urban areas in search of employment opportunities. Causes of labor migration. Economic factors, seeking better wage, job opportunities, or economic stability. Social and political factors, fleeing in conflict, persecution, or seeking better living conditions. Demographic factors, population pressure, uneven development, or demographic changes can also drive migration. The impact of labor migration. Economic impact. Labor migration can contribute to economic growth in both sending and receiving countries through increased labor supply, skills transfer, and remittance of sent back to home countries. Social impact. Migration can impact families and communities, often leading to cultural exchange, but also potential social tension. Political impact. Labor migration can influence domestic and international policies related to labor rights, immigration, and development.
Family reunification is a type of global migration policy that allows individuals to migrate to another country to join family members who are already residing there. It's often considered a fundamental aspect of immigration policy in many countries and is designed to promote family unity by allowing family members to live together. Under family reunification programs, individuals may be eligible to immigrate to a new country if they have a close family member who is already a legal resident or citizen of that country. Close family members typically include spouses, children, parents, and sometimes siblings. The specifics of family reunification policies vary from one country to another. Some countries may have more restrictive criteria, such as requiring proof of financial support. One country that I know that requires financial support is Australia, since I have a friend there who wants to work there, and one thing that is asked by the immigration or visa is he needs to provide a proof of financial support, which is more than 3 million, and accommodation from the sponsoring family members. Others may have more liberal policies that prioritizing keeping families together without stringent requirements. Family reunification is often viewed as a compassionate and humane aspect of immigration, recognizing the importance of family ties and relationship in people's lives. It also has social economic benefits as it contributes to the integration of immigrants into their new communities and support their well-being.
Huge migration refers to the movement of individuals who are forced to flee their home countries due to conflict, persecution, or the other forms of violence. These individuals, known as refugees, seek safety and protection in our countries or regions. Refugee migration is often driven by dire circumstances, including war, political instability, human rights abuses, or ethnic and religious persecution. Refugees are typically unable or unwilling to return their home countries due to their fear of persecution or harm. Refugee migrations is governed by international laws and conventions, so including the 1951 Refugee Convention and its 1967 Protocol, which define who is considered a refugee and outlines the rights and responsibilities of countries towards refugees. So countries that are signatories to these agreements have obligations to provide protection to refugees within their territories, including access to asylum procedures, basic human rights, and assistance with resettlement and integrations. Refugee migration represents complex challenges for both refugees and receiving countries. For refugees, the journey to safety can be perilous, involving risks such as exploitations, human trafficking, and dangerous border crossing. Once in a host country refugees often face challenges related to language barriers, cultural adjustments, economic integrations, and assessing essential services such as healthcare and education. So next is forced migration. So forced migration is movement of individuals due to environmental disasters, climate change, or other involuntary reasons. So forced migration encompasses that movement of individuals are compelled to leave their homes due to various involuntary factors such as environmental disasters, climate change, political conflicts, persecution, or economic hardships. Unlike voluntary migration, where individuals choose to move for their opportunities, forced immigration occurs under duress, leaving people with little or no choice but to flee. So environmental disasters such as hurricanes, earthquakes, floods, and droughts can displace population, leading to forced migration. So forced migration due to environmental factors often intersects with other drivers of displacement, including conflict and political instability. In some cases, environmental degradation can contribute to resource scarcity and competitions, leading to tensions and conflicts that force people to flee their homes. Forced migration presents complex challenges for affected populations and receiving countries alike. Displaced individuals often endure precarious living conditions, so lack access to basic services and face risks as exploitations, human trafficking, and discrimination. Receiving countries may struggle to accommodate and integrate large members of forced migrants, leading to debates about immigration policies, resource allocation, and international responsibility sharing.
Why there is global migration? Global migration is driven by a complex interplay of factors, both positive and negative. People migrate in search of better economic opportunities, education, and safety. They may also be forced to leave their home due to conflict, persecution, or environmental factors like climate change. Global migration occurs various reasons, including economic opportunities, political instability, conflict, environmental factors, and family reunification. People may move to seek better living conditions, escape persecution, and find employment or reunite with loved ones. Economic disparity between countries, along with advancement transportation and communication, also contribute to the increase in global migration. Global migration is a complex phenomenon influenced by various factors including economic, political, social, and environmental conditions. The reason for global migration can be broadly categorized as push and pull. Push factors are the conditions in the home country that drive people to leave. This can include economic hardship, political instability, conflict, persecution, or environmental disaster. For instance, climate change is increasingly becoming a significant push factor as it leads to droughts, floods, and extreme weather events that displace people from their homes. While, on the other hand, the pull factors are conditions in the destination country that attracts people to move there. This can include better job opportunities, higher wage, better living conditions, and political stability or educational purposes. For example, high-income countries such as United States, Canada, and European countries are popular destinations for migrants due to their strong economics and job markets.
So, my topic is all about the disadvantage of sending and receiving countries in terms of global demography and global migration. So, I have four disadvantage for sending countries. So, number one is brain drain. Brain drain, skilled worker leaving for better opportunities elsewhere can lead to a loss of talent and expertise, hindering economic development. Number two is dependency burden. Dependency burden, migration can result in a decrease in the working age population, leading to increased dependency ratios and strain on social welfare system. Number three is economic instability. Economic instability, remittance sent back home by migrants can create dependency on external income, which may fluctuate or is causing economic instability. So the last one for sending countries, social impact. Migration can lead to the separation of families and communities, disrupting social cohesion and cultural continuity. So the disadvantage for receiving countries is, first is economic pressure. Economic pressure, large influxes of migrants can strain resources, infrastructure and public service, leading to increased competition for jobs and potential wage depression. Number two is social cohesion, cultural differences, and perceived threats to national identity can lead to a social tension and xenophobia, impacting social cohesion and integration efforts. So number three is welfare burden. Providing social service and support for migrants, especially underdocumented ones, can place a burden on a public finances and social welfare system. So the last one for the disadvantage for receiving countries is brain waste. Brain waste, immigrants who are highly skilled may face challenge in having their qualification recognized, leading to underemployment or unemployment and wasting valuable human capital.
So the advantages and disadvantages for sending and receiving countries in terms of migration. So the advantages are immigration enriches societies by bringing diverse cultures, traditions, and perspectives, fostering a more inclusive and dynamic community. So secondly is that immigrants often fill crucial gaps in the labor market, contributing to economic growth and innovation in various industries. Third is that by welcoming immigrants, countries can address demographic challenges such as aging populations and declining birth rates. Four is that immigrant entrepreneurs often create new businesses, generating employment opportunities and stimulating local economies. Last is that cultural exchange and interaction between immigrants and natives promote mutual understanding, tolerance, and appreciation for different backgrounds, enhancing social cohesion and unity. So, example is that the Philippines, the advantages for sending countries, example Indonesia, cultural exchange. Indonesians immigrants bring their unique culture, traditions, language, and cuisines to the Philippines, enriching the local cultural landscapes and promoting cross-cultural understanding. Labor market contribution. Turkish immigrants contribute to various sectors of the German economy, including manufacturing, construction, and services. Their willingness to take on jobs that local may not fill helps address labor shortages and supports economic growth. Third is that skill transfers. Indonesian immigrants may bring new skills, knowledge, and experience to the Philippines. So these transfers of skills can benefit local industries and contribute to the overall development of the Filipino workforce. So at the advantages for receiving country, the Philippines. So cultural diversity. Immigration from Indonesia enhances the cultural diversity of the Philippines, fostering a more vibrant and inclusive society. The exchange of traditions, languages, and customs promotes tolerance and appreciation for difference among Filipinos. So in conclusion, immigration from Indonesia to the Philippines bring mutual benefits to both countries. While Indonesian immigrants contribute to the Filipino economy, cultural diversity, and labor market, they also support their families back home through remittance. By embracing immigration and fostering integration, both countries can leverage the advantages of migration to promote economic development, cultural exchange, and social cohesion.